Glorified be the name of our Heavenly Father, Yahweh O Elohim. Glorified be Mashiach Yahweh Shai, my Redeemer. And glorified be the Rakakadash, the Holy Spirit. Greetings to the Israelites, all 12 tribes, to the Israelite foreigners, that's brothers and sisters that look like other nations, and to all the foreigners and sojourners, all the other good people, just all the human race. Alright. Okay, we're going to do this video. It's going to be probably 2 parts. The evening and the morning, saying understanding the very importance of that, because all that is tied to the Sabbath and to everything, man. And not just Christianity, but a lot of these Israelite camps, man, they service them, blabbing all this shit, man. You don't teach shit really much, man. And we need to really understand, man, because, restoring the ancient path, man, is very important, man. So let's start with the beginning, right? Let's get edified, because it's the evening and the morning sacrifice of prayers and of observation for a reason. Let's start with creation. In the beginning, Yahweh Elohim created the heavens and the earth was formless, void, and darkness covered the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the Most High was hovering over the face of the water. Then the Most High Yahweh Elohim said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And Yahweh Elohim saw that the light was good, and Yahweh Elohim separated the light from the darkness. Yahweh Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. See, so evening and the morning was the first day, okay, and the light was Yahweh Shai, okay. But we'll get to that in another video. Now, let's proceed, all right. Now, the Most High, and that's why I don't know where you get this Sabbath, about 24-hour Sabbath, when it's clearly there the evening and the morning. Okay, now let's proceed. Now, and that's why I see wherever you live, before sunrise and before sunset, you go out there and you look at the sky, you'll feel the breeze, and you'll look at the birds flying and bee formations and all that, and the Spirit itself, you'll feel the Father, man. And that's when you need to go make these sacrifices, man. So wake up, Israel, wake up, Christians, wake up, humanity, man. Now let's proceed. Look, let's go to Genesis, okay, and let's go chapter 3, all right, and verse 8. They heard the sound of Yahweh Elohim walking in the garden at the time of the evening breeze. Didn't I just say when you come out of evening, sunset, the evening breeze, and the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh Elohim amongst the trees of the garden. But Yahweh Elohim called to the man, and he said to him, "Where are you?" He said, "I heard the sounds of you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked." Okay, so then the Most High chastised him and all that, and that's why it's the evening and the morning prayer, man. You'll notice when you go out there, if your spirit's with you, man, you'll feel it. You'll know. What I'm saying? Now, let's go to next reference. Let's go to we'll give you like about 22 references, alright? And that's part 2 we'll do the morning, okay? Let's go to Genesis. And let's go chapter 8. And here's with Noah the flood, right? It says here, look. He waited another 7 days, and again he set out the dove from the ark, and the dove came back to him in the evening. Why? Because the evening and the morning were the first day. See, and there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the waters had subsided from the earth. Then he waited another 7 days, and he set out the dove, and it did not return to him anymore. See, okay, so now you know. So that's why it's the evening and it's the morning sacrifice, man. That's when the Most High visits, Wake up, man. That's what I'm telling you, man. I ain't even gonna get on the Christian, man, but on the Israelite camps, man, you spend so much time just blabbing, talking shit about Esau and the chip and all this stupid shit, man, when you don't really teach shit, man. Yeah, all of you, man. Even though I do have respect for some of y'all, man. Take it as positive criticism or whatever, man. Now, here we go. Let's go to Genesis chapter 18. And let's go to chapter 19, actually, all right? Okay, the depravity of Sodom. The 2 angels came to Sodom in the evening. See why? Because the evening and the morning. And Lot was sitting in the gateway of Sodom. When Lot saw them, he rose to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. He said, "Please, my lords, turn aside to your servant's house and spend the night and wash your feet. Then you can rise early and go on your way." They said, "No, we will spend the night in the square." See? Now you're going to start getting a sense of the importance of the evening. Now, let's go. Next reference, go to Exodus, okay? And now here it goes. Let's go chapter 12, verse 8. In the first month from the evening of the 14th, see the evening, 14th day until the evening of the 21st day, you shall eat unleavened bread for 7 days. No leaven shall be found in your houses, for whoever eats what is leavened shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel. Whether an alien or native of the land, you shall eat nothing leavened. In all your settlements you shall eat unleavened bread. See? So even the Inuk, the sojourner, man, you know what I'm saying? Your advice is welcome, man. So yeah, that's another thing. I'll do a video on that, man. You gotta stop saying that salvation is just for Israelite, man. Because you dumbass fools are gonna get denied for saying shit that's not true, man. Now let's go to Exodus chapter 27, verse 20, man. The oil for the lamp, okay? You should further command the Israelites to bring you pure oil of beaten olives. See, olive oil is the anointed oil for the light, so that a lamp may be set up to burn regularly in the tent of meeting outside the curtain that is before the covenant. Aaron and his sons shall tent it from evening to morning. Why? Because from the evening to the morning is a day before the Most High. It should be a perpetual ordinance to observe throughout their generations by the Israelites. See? So where the fuck do you get this 24-hour term, man? And it's just Saturday only, man. You dumbass niggas, man. Now let's proceed, man. Here you go, man. And let's just go to Genesis chapter 30, okay? Now let's go to daily offerings, okay? Now this is where you shall offer in the altar 2 lambs year old regularly each day. 1 lamb you shall offer, you know what I'm saying, in the morning. The other you shall offer in the evening, see? Always comes back to that, in the evening, see? And with the first lamb, 1/10 of measure of choice of flour mixed with 1/4 of him of beaten oil and 1/4 him of wine for drink offering. And the other lamb you shall offer in the evening, and shall offer it with a grain offering and drink offering as the morning for pleasure odor. Saying it shall be a regular burnt offering throughout your generations at the entrance of the tent meeting before Yahweh Elohim, where I met with you to speak to you there. I will meet with the Israelites there, and they shall be sanctified to my glory. I'll consecrate the tent of meeting and altar. Aaron also and his sons I will consecrate to serve me as priests. See? I will dwell amongst Israel, and I will be their Elohim, and they shall know that I am Yahweh Elohim who brought them out of the land of Egypt, and I may dwell with them. I am Yahweh Elohim. And then here you go to chapter 30, take it to verse 8. And you go look. And when Aaron sets up the lamp in the evening, see, he shall offer a regular incense offering before the Yahweh Elohim throughout your generation. You should offer unholy. You should not offer unholy incense on it, or a burnt offering or a grain offering, and you shall not pour a drink offering on it. Once a year Aaron shall perform the rite of atonement on this horns. Throughout your generations he shall perform the atonement for it once a year with a blood of the atoning sin offering. It must holy to the Most High. There you go. Now let's go to Leviticus chapter 11. Now you get the picture, man, the importance of the evening and the morning, you know what I'm saying? And it's a sacrifice. And with the new moons, then you find the Sabbath, man. Glorified be the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Glorified be the Kakadash. Glorified be my mother wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Now, see, unclean animals says, by these you shall become unclean, it says. Whoever touches the carcass of any of them shall be unclean until the evening. See, whoever carries any part of the right, because he visits in the evening, sunset, he visits the sunrise, you know what I'm saying? That's, the Most High, man. And whoever carries any part of if any of them washes his clothes and be unclean until the evening. See, every animal that has divided hoofs but is not clean, or does not chew the cud, is unclean for you. Everyone who touches one of them shall be unclean, and all walk under paws amongst the animals are unclean for you. And whoever touches any of them shall be unclean until the evening. See, and he shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. They are unclean for you. See. Why? Because that's why you do the evening, because then the Most High comes to visit, and that's when you offer your prayers, and sacrifices of praises and whatnot. You know what I mean? The evening and the morning, before sunset and sunrise, man. Instead of making stupid videos about dumb shit, man, always barking about bullshit, man, you should really start teaching, man. All you so-called apostles and all you fat-head ass, dumb-ass fools, man. Now let's proceed, man. Concerning bodily discharge, see, Leviticus. Yahweh Elohim spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, speak to the people of Israel and say to them, when any man has discharged from his members, that means, ejaculation, his discharge makes him ceremonially unclean. The uncleanness of his discharge is this. Uncleanness is of his discharge is this. Whether his members flow his discharge, or his members stop from discharging, it is unclean for him. Every bed which he discharged lies shall be unclean, and everything on which he sits shall be unclean. Anyone who touches his bed shall wash his clothes and bathe water and be unclean until the evening. See, until the evening, and all who sit on anything on which the one who discharged has sat with his clothes shall bathe in water and be unclean until the evening. All who touches the body of one with discharge shall wash his clothes and bathe in water and be unclean until the evening. See, once again, because he bathes in the evening, you know what I'm saying, and the sunset and sunrise, you know, and you'll see it, you'll feel the breeze, man. You'll look at the sky, man. You'll see the birds, man, flying in D formation, man. You know, then you know that you're actually doing, you know, following the law, statutes, the commandments. Now let's see. Then it says discharge, right? Here it goes. Now, in the days of his impurity, he shall be unclean. Every bed on which he lies in discharge shall be unclean until the evening. See, and whoever touches these things and clothes and bathe in water and be unclean until the evening. See. Now, let's proceed. Let's go to Leviticus, and here you go. All persons, and here you go. This is eating blood is prohibited. See, all persons. It says here, all persons, citizens or aliens, who eat what dies of itself or what has been torn by wild animals shall wash their clothes and bathe themselves with water and be unclean until the evening. Then they shall be clean. But if they do not wash themselves or bathe their body, they shall be their guilt. See, that's why. See, in the evening and in the morning, that's when you do. You know, that's why you do your prayers and your offerings and your requests, man. That's when you counsel the Most High. Now here goes sexual relationship. You know, now see. There you go. Here you go. So like, let's see. Let's go next one. We'll go to Numbers, book of Numbers, and then the Passover tonight. It says, on the 14th day of this month at twilight, which is the evening, you shall keep it as an appointed time according to all its status and all its regulations. You shall keep it. So Moses told the Israelites that they should keep the Passover. They kept the Passover the first month on the 14th days of the month at twilight, which is the evening, in the wilderness of Sinai, just as the Most High had commanded Moses. So the Israelites did. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Now let's go proceed, man. Let's go Numbers. Their Numbers. And let's go to daily offering. See, chapter 28. See, that's what you're supposed to, sunset and sunrise. You're supposed to do daily offerings, man. Even if you're not requesting nothing or asking for anything, just give sacrifice of praise, man. Be thankful, man. Yahweh Elohim spoke, and Moses said, "Command the Israelites to say to them, my offering, the food for my offerings by fire, by pleasing order, you shall take care to offer me at its appointed time." See, evening and morning, and you shall say to them, this is the offering by fire that you shall offer Yahweh Elohim, 2 male lambs a year without blemish daily, a regular offering. 1 lamb you shall offer in the morning, and the other you shall offer at twilight. Also 1/10 of ephah of choice flour for grain offering, mixed with 1/4 of him of bean oil, is regular burnt offering ordained at Sinai for a pleasant ordered offering by fire to Yahweh Elohim. Its drinks offerings, it says here, by fire, to the Most High. Its drink offering, should be 1/4 of him for each lamb. In the sanctuary you shall pour out drink offering of strong drink to Yahweh Elohim. The other lamb you shall offer at twilight, see, at evening, with a grain offering and drink offering like one in the morning. You shall offer it as offering by fire, pleasing order to the Most High. See, so how come you never talk about that, man? And I ain't talking about Christians, the Israelites, man. Especially them camps, man. You guys are just too much sometimes, man. Y'all fatheads, man. Not concerning marriage. Let's proceed. Now, it says, it's chapter 24. You should not withhold the wages of a poor and needy laborer, whether other Israelite or alien who resides in your land in one of your towns. You should pay them their wages daily before sunset, see, because they are poor and their livelihood depends on it. Otherwise, they might cry out to Yahweh Elohim against you, and you could incur guilt. See, the importance, man, of evening and morning. That's when the Most High visits, man. Now let's proceed, man. Deuteronomy. Let's go right here, look. Let's see, let's go back to, you know what, man? So like, here you go. Joshua, okay? Chapter 7, verse 6. Then Joshua tore his clothes and fell to the ground on his face before the ark of Yahweh Elohim until the evening. He and the elders of Israel, and they put dust on their heads, and Joshua, see, until the evening, see, and dust on their head, And Joshua cried out, Ah, Yahweh Elohim, why have you brought this people across the Jordan at all to hand us over to the Amorites so as to destroy us? Would that he had been content to settle beyond the Jordan? O Yahweh Elohim, what can I say now that the Israelites have turned their backs to their enemies, the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land, with will hear of it and surround us and cut us off your name from the earth? Then what will you do for your name's sake? Then Yahweh Elohim said to Joshua, Stand up, why have you fallen upon your face? Israel has sinned, they have transgressed my covenant that I imposed on them. See, they have taken some of the devoted things, they have stolen, they have acted deceitful, and they have put them their own belongings. Therefore, Israelites are unable to stand before their enemies. They turn their backs to their enemies because they have become a thing devoted for destruction themselves. Yeah, like now, man, saying self-destructive, you know what I'm saying? I will be with you no more unless you destroy the devoted things from among you. See? Proceed to sanctify the people and say, Sanctify yourself for tomorrow, for thus says Yahweh Elohim of Israel. See? Sanctify yourself, man. Start really following the law, statutes, and commandments instead of just fucking blabbing bullshit, man. Shit gets old, man. And now here, let's go to Judges, man. And here, no, it says here, it says, no one of us shall give his daughters in marriage to the Benjamites. And the people came to Bethel and sat there until evening before Yahweh Elohim, and they lifted up their voices and wept bitterly. They said, O Yahweh Elohim of Israel, why has it come to pass that today there should be one tribe like in Israel? See, and on the next day, the people got up early and built an altar there and offered sacrifice, burnt offerings and sacrifice of well-being. See? See? You know the importance, man. Evening, morning, man. That goes to anybody who wants to follow the statutes and commandments, man. Now, 2 Samuel, let's go here, look. Then David took hold of his clothes and tore them, and all the men who were with him did the same. They mourned and wept, it says here. They mourned and wept and fasted until evening for Saul and for his son Jonathan and for the army of Yahweh Elohim and for the house of Israel, because they had fallen by the sword. See? Now you're starting to get the point, right? From evening to morning, man. It's two sacrifices, man. Start teaching, man. These fathead Israelites, man. I ain't gonna mention even names of camps, man. Y'all know who you are, man. You know, going back and forth, fighting with these Edomites and eating some dumb shit instead of teaching, man. Okay, here you go, man. Now let's go here. First Ezra, chapter 9, verse 13. When I heard this, I tore my garments and my mantle and pulled hair from my head and beard and sat appealed. Then all who trembled at the words of Yahweh Elohim of Israel, because of the faithfulness of the returned exiles, gathered around me while I was appealed unto the evening sacrifice. See? The evening sacrifice, man. Now, let's go Psalms. And let's go Psalms 141. I call upon you, O Yahweh Elohim, come quickly to me. Give ear to my voice when I call to you. Let my prayer be counted as incense before you, and the lifting up of my hands as an evening sacrifice. See, even King David saying that, man. Now let's go to Proverbs, man. Here you go. Here you go, look. My child, okay, chapter 17. False attraction to adultery. My child, keep my words and store up my commandments. Wait, you keep my commandments and live. Keep my teachings as the apple of your eye. See? Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablets of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call inside your intimate friend, that they may keep you from the loose woman and from the adulteress with the smooth words. For at the windows of my house, see, the windows of the Shamayan, I looked out through my lattice, and I saw among the simple ones, I observed amongst the youths a young man without sense passing along the street near the corner, taking the road to the house in the twilight. See, the evening. Twilight in the evening, at the time of night and darkness. See? Why? Because he visits, man. Sunrise, sunset, man. And see how people knew that. And now let's go to Daniel. Look. He says here, look. When I was speaking and I was praying and confessing my sin and the sin of my people and presenting my supplication before Yahweh, my Elohim, on behalf of the holy mountain of my Elohim, while I was speaking in the prayer, the man Gabriel, whom I had seen before in a vision, came to me swift and flight at the time of the evening sacrifice. See? He came and said to me, Daniel, I have now come out to give you wisdom and understanding. At the beginning of your supplication, a word went out, and I have come to declare it, for you are greatly beloved. So consider the words and understand the vision. See? I'll give you another one, man. Yahweh Shai. Let's go to Matthew. Okay, 14, verse 23. And after he had dismissed the crowd, he went up the mountain by himself to pray. When the evening came, he was there alone. See, even Mashiach Yahweh Shai, of course, he kept the last statute commandment. He was praying in the evening. See? Let's go here. Let's go to John. And here you go, chapter 24, verse 28. As they came near the village to which they were going, he walked ahead of as if he were going on, but they urged him strongly, saying, "Stay with us, because it is almost evening, and the day is nearly over." So he went in there and stayed with them. When he was at the table with them, he took the bread, blessed and broke it, and gave it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him. And he vanished from their sight. They said to each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he was talking to us on the road, while he was opening the scriptures to us?" That same hour they got up and returned to Jerusalem, and they found the 11 and the companions gathered together. They were saying, "Mashiach Yahweh Shai has risen indeed, and he has appeared to Simon." Then they told what had happened on the road, and they had been made known to them in the breaking of bread. See, that's when he showed up to them in the evening for the evening sacrifice. I hope it was edifying, family, man. Now you know the importance of the evening and the morning, because it's the first day in the Sabbath from evening to morning. You know, whenever the new moon lands. And every evening and morning it has to be a sacrifice, man. We're going to do part 2, which is the morning sacrifice. And I don't know, I'm going to say shalom for now.